Welcome back to the news. An interim report of the Committee on Public Enterprise, or COP, was presented to Parliament today.
235 institutions will be subjected to an investigation by our committee in the year 2012. The work process of 129 institutions has now concluded. Today I will present an interim report on the status of 32 institutions that were looked at by the committee. This should be taken up for debate in the first session next year. There are many important points in this report. In more news from the House of Legislation, United National Party parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa questioned the measures that the government has taken to reduce the abuse of women and children in Parliament today.
Page number 20 of the Mahinda Chintana Future Vision states that priority will be given to the mother by creating a law-abiding society. Although priority is to be given to the minor crimes against women have increased by 74% and other crimes against women have increased by 27% from 2008 to 2011. Our ministry will take action in this regard. What steps have your ministry taken so far to prevent such crimes? We are taking action. Although you say steps have been taken, why is there a rapid increase in crimes against women and children? We will appoint a child protection unit in every divisional secretariat. We will also establish a society to protect children in all Gramanildari divisions. Back then we did not receive complaints from the north and east. Now we receive complaints.
Also in Parliament today, United National Party parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayaka questioned about the profits and losses of Milko.
The profit was 104,267,604 in 2009. It was 332,156,255 in 2010. It was 300,749,590. In 2011, the profit was 83,191,550. Today, when innocent children are suffering from malnutrition and the government shows massive profits being made by Milko, and when a 400-gram packet of milk powder is being sold for between 285 and 290 rupees, please explain to this House why the government is carrying out a black market trade. This question is rhetorical. He's suggesting that there is malnutrition in this country when asking this question. I cannot answer this. There is no malnutrition in the country. Although the 100 ministers in the government are not malnourished, your ministers themselves have stated that the majority of the 21 million population are malnourished.
Meanwhile, MP J. Ranga pointed out in Parliament yesterday that it was a puzzle as to why advertisements of state institutions are not published in Tamil publications.
80 million There are about 80 million Tamil-speaking people in the world. Publications can be introduced to strengthen the Tamil language. These publications contain the strength of the language, the culture, news and other aspects. The Tamil language has been accepted as a state language. However, there is a problem that government commercial advertisements are not published in these publications. Today, when the country is steep in investment, the strength of the Tamil language will be a strength of the country.
At a media briefing held this morning, Minister Kelly Rambukwel said that the government believes that it can reduce the pressure from the international community by acting according to the country's law with regard to KP.
A section of the diaspora which supports the LTTE is roaming around the world attempting to create pressure. We saw such a situation when the President visited England. We believe by making a stakeholder like KP a partner and keeping him within the framework of the law of the country, we have an opportunity to reduce the pressure being brought on internationally. On the suspicion that it will be difficult to catch him if he disappears, the government is detaining him so that he can be produced in court at any time. The government has taken this responsibility. KP has acknowledged this. I have nothing more to say on that.
Well, on a lighter note, let's now take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day.
An amount of 1 million rupees is allocated for each Grama Seva division under the One Project for One Village initiative launched under the purview of the Ministry of Economic Development in order to develop the infrastructure of the rural areas. However, not all Grama Seva divisions were provided 1 million rupees under this program, which was launched in March. To mention an example, the Alutuvava and Kotavehera Mankada Grama Seva divisions of the Tanamalvila Divisional Secretariat received 1 million rupees each for both the Grama Seva divisions. Accordingly, the project which was selected by the Divisional Secretariat in order to provide equal benefits to both the Grama Seva divisions through the 1 million rupee budget is the development of the waterway connected to the Kudavava in the Damwal Ode area. It was on the 27th of March that the foundation stone was laid to construct a 4-cylinder causeway replacing the 2-cylinder causeway, which was used to release spill water of the tank across the main road which connects Damwal Ode and Kotavehera. However, construction activities did not take place until the 25th of June owing to the efforts made by the political authorities to prevent the handover of the construction contract to a farmers' organization in the area. The closest individual to the technical officer was the person who was appointed to supervise the work here. With the commencement of the construction activities of the project, a situation has arisen where even a motorbike cannot travel on this road, as not only where the causeway is being constructed, but the dam of the tank has been cut from another location, allowing the flow of water. When will the One Project for One Village initiative, which has become a headache to around 800 families using the road which joins Kotavehera Mankanda to Damwal Ode, be converted into a proper development project? Divisional Secretary of Monoragala, this is over to you.
On tonight's developing story, the Met Department says that thunder showers are likely in several parts of the island tonight as well. The Met Department states that showers in the central parts of the country are likely to spread to other areas later on.
The Met Department says that rain could be accompanied by strong winds and lightning. Meanwhile, the water levels in the Mahaveli reservoirs have seen a significant increase over the past few days. Director General of the Mahaveli Authority, Gamini Rajakaruna, however, said that more rain is needed as the reservoirs are still below capacity. He said that the water levels of several main reservoirs that had receded to 7% have now risen to 17%.
Meanwhile, a tree fell across Reed Avenue opposite the Colombo University this evening, disrupting the flow of traffic. Now, owing to this, the police have requested motorists to use alternative roads.
$35,395 dengue patients reported so far this year, 48.22% of them from the Western Province. 1,926 dengue patients reported during the month of October. Rain in most areas of the island once again. Health officials warn of a renewed threat of dengue. Time for everyone to focus on controlling the spread of dengue.